Guys, this video gonna be my bowl picks. All right, guys. The day before the bowls start, I'm gonna pick all the bowls here. I guess I'll do a specific video for the BCS bowls when they get closer. I'll talk more in depth about them and everything. A lot of these other bowls I won't talk too much about. There's some I'll talk about, some I won't talk about too often. And yeah, guys, so I'm gonna start out. All right, first bowl, the Gildan New Mexico Bowl. All right, Arizona versus Nevada. Both finished 7-5. The spread is Arizona, give or take 9.5 points. My prediction, I got Arizona. All right, beating Nevada, 52-38, and both these teams like to score. Both these teams like to give up points. I just think that Arizona did it in a better conference, did it against some better competition, and I think it'll help them in this game to beat Arizona. Next one, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Toledo versus Utah State. I got Utah State winning this one 35-24. This is another game Vegas is giving 10 to Toledo. I like Utah State here. They've beaten some decent quality opponents, Utah State. Toledo, a couple here and there, but they're very sporadic, it seems, scoring-wise. I think Utah State's more effective on offense, and I guess that's what finishes this game out. They both like to run it a bit, and I think Utah State controls the clock, wins the game. Next one, we got the County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. San Diego State versus BYU, and BYU are the favorite here. Give 3 points to San Diego State, but I'm taking San Diego State in this one, mostly because I think BYU are they don't really score on offense. That doesn't seem like. San Diego State are pretty good on D. And BYU aren't too much of a score on offense. I think San Diego State scores enough points to win this game. I think they win 24-10. And another advantage here, this game's in San Diego. I mean, they're in their backyard. BYU aren't too much of a drive if they're gonna go, but I mean, people in San Diego might just show up at the game just because it's there. And hey, tickets might be cheap, especially to a bowl of this, or lack of magnitude, really. Next one we got Beef O'Brady's Bowl of St. Petersburg. Central Florida versus Ball State. Central Florida are 7-point favorites. This is another upset I have. I got Ball State winning this game 17-14. I think this is a low-scoring game. I think it has to be if Ball State want to win this. They're both good teams, right? Both beating decent opponents. And both have the ability on defense to shut down the other. And I think this is a defensive battle. And I just think Ball State gets the win in the end. They're a bit more effective on offense, and I think that's how it ends today. Next, we got the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. This is East Carolina versus Louisiana Lafayette. Lafayette are 6-point favorites in this one. But I'm going to take East Carolina. This is 3 upsets in a row, actually. I like East Carolina here. East Carolina normally have a good football team. Lafayette normally have a decent football team. But East Carolina tend to challenge themselves early in the year. North Carolina and other teams of that nature. And I think it helps when it comes to bowl season because they've played this big game atmosphere. I mean, it may not be a big game to say to North Carolina or whatever, but going to North Carolina, big crowds, and it's big for East Carolina. It may not be big for North Carolina or whatever. It's big for them. Rivalries, things like that. And I think it helps them in this bowl game, and I think they win 38-34. The next one, Macco Bowl, Las Vegas. Washington versus Boise State. Boise State are 5-point favorite here, and I'd give Washington 5. I'm taking Boise State to win 17-10. Both good football teams, right? Both good on defense. I'm giving the edge to Boise State here because Washington are really they're really tough at home. It seems when they get home against big teams, they show up, play real well. But on the road or on neutral sites, they're not too great. So, kind of for that reason, I'm taking Boise State. And Boise State's been here before. The coach has been here before. They know how to play bowl games. So I'm taking Boise State. Next we got the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Fresno State versus Southern Methodist. And I'm taking Fresno State 45-23. This one's not close to me. I think they both like to put up points. I just think Fresno State's much better at doing it. And SMU, I think, are a decent team. But that's just, I don't think they're good enough to hold up with Fresno State. Fresno State's a good football team. They like to move the ball. They move it really well. And SMU, I don't think will be able to keep up offensively. So I'm taking Fresno State. And for those interested, Fresno are 12.5-point faves. Next, we got the Little Caesars Bowl. Western Kentucky against Central Michigan. Western Kentucky are 5-point favorites. I have them winning by 4 here, 35-31 over Central Michigan. These two teams are very similar. Come from small conferences, but they like to test themselves. Central Michigan, not a big name, but that's a name when you hear it, you're like, oh, that team can win football games. Western Kentucky, not so much, but they're having a good year. And I think they pull off this bowl win. I think they've played better this season. I think they move the ball pretty well. And I think they have the defense to slow down Central Michigan a little bit. And I like them to win this game, 35-31. Next, we got the Military Bowl, San Jose State versus Bowling Green. San Jose State are 7-point favorites. I like Bowling Green here, 20-17. And I just like the way Bowling Green have played football this year. It's not, I mean, a lot of people are looking at that Florida game. Oh, they lost by 7 to Florida. They got to be good. No, okay, it doesn't work that way. I mean, I'm taking them to win, but people who are just picking Bowling Green for the sake of, wow, they almost beat Florida. No, it doesn't work that way. They are a good football team. They're good defensively. And San Jose State's a very offensive-oriented team. And I think Bowling Green slows them down and wins this game 2017, as I said. Next one, the Belk Bowl, Cincinnati versus Duke. Cincinnati are 7-point favorites. I like Cincinnati 38-28 here. Duke have had themselves a decent year, right? Obviously, because they're in a bowl. This is unaccustomed to Duke football. But I like Cincinnati. They're more well-rounded. They played. I don't want to say a tougher conference. They've played more opponents that are, better than Duke's opponents. I like Duke can score points. Don't get me wrong, but their defense is not great at all, and I don't think the defense can hold up with Cincinnati's offense to keep Duke in the football game. Really, Cincinnati -7. That's a really confident pick for me at least. But yeah, I'm taking Cincy in this one. The Bridgepoint Education Holiday Bowl. Some of these bowl names, I swear to God. UCLA versus Baylor. This is a really interesting one. I'm actually really interested in this football game. Both teams can put up points. Both teams' defenses are not that great. UCLA are 1-point favorite. I like them to win 42-38. I just think UCLA are more rounded when they play football. They're more balanced, it seems. And Baylor's D isn't that great. I mean, if UCLA can run the ball really well, this game won't even be close. I think that if UCLA can run the ball with their Heisman-worthy back, I don't think this game's even close. I got them winning 42-38, but it can be a much larger margin in my opinion. If they make UCLA throw, if Baylor make UCLA throw, and they can move the ball well, they can win this football game. So don't be surprised either way. I like UCLA though.